Shaping an RFP requires inspiring the customer with a better way to meet his objectives. But first you must understand what those objectives are. It would be great if you could learn those objectives by just asking. But if you have not yet established trust with the customer, asking will not produce the answers you want. Customers can be defensive about their challenges, and they do not like to be interrogated. Instead of asking questions, offer insight. Helpful insights inspire customers to become less guarded and reveal some of their objectives and challenges. But don't lecture the customer or talk down to her from your position of superior knowledge. That can make the customer more guarded. Instead, do what Michael Harris suggests in his book called Insight Selling. Offer a story that conveys insight. Stories engage and disarm people. They are non-threatening and can encourage prospects to open up about their needs. Let's say you and a colleague meet a prospect at a conference. If you pepper him with questions like, "What keeps you up at night?" he's likely to shut down. If you start rattling off your certifications and special qualifications, he might politely walk away. But if you say, "May I tell you a story you might find interesting?" he'll probably say, "Okay." And if your story provides insight about solving a crisis your prospect can relate to, you will have a captive audience. If the prospect says, "That's just like a situation we have right now," then you may have uncovered an opportunity. The best strategy is to have at the ready a set of 2-minute insight-conveying stories for connecting with prospects, one for every situation. But wait a minute, those past performance stories you already have are probably not going to do the job. If they are like most past performance stories, they're boring. To create stories that are really going to resonate with government executives, you must fulfill 3 imperatives. Choose the right hero, choose the right problem, and choose the right results. Past performance stories typically have the wrong hero, the contractor. They describe all the smart things the contractor did. Customers don't really want to hear about that. To make your stories resonate with customers, make the customer the hero. And make yourselves the guide and enabler of that heroism. Although the customer will be the hero, you will be the source of wisdom that guided them through treacherous terrain. As Don Miller explains in his book, How to Tell a Story, this hero-guide interaction is widely used to create blockbuster movies, best-selling novels, and award-winning commercials. It works because this formula resonates with people. The same hero-guide formula can help you engage prospective customers. Because past performance stories usually say nothing about the real business problem that got solved, customers often say, "So what? Just a lot of technical detail." To interest customer executives, the story must describe the business problem. Also, the story needs to present real results addressing the original problem. Past performance stories often don't report any results, just activities. Sometimes they present a result without saying why it mattered. The result part of your story should ideally describe the resolution of the original problem and perhaps the career impact of the solution on the hero. Consider this story about one customer's business problem. The year was 2012, and Joanne was the CIO of a federal agency. She was faced with unauthorized systems causing tremendous difficulty. The agency was awash in unauthorized systems that the program heads had developed without IRB approval, and now they needed operations and maintenance funding that Joanne could not spare. and she was not supposed to fund them anyway, since they were not IRB approved. The IRB did not exactly disapprove these systems, they just never made a decision. So after waiting for IRB approval and never getting an answer, agency program heads decided that they had to get on with their programs. They scraped together the necessary funds and built the systems. But maintaining them was another matter. That required money that the programs did not have. So now mission-critical systems needed funding that Joanne could not give. What could she do? Why did this happen? And what could she do to prevent it from happening again next year? You see, a story told that way draws the listener in and begs the question, so what happened next? So then the story describes real results. XYZ Solutions developed a process that now gives the IRB the information they need to make sound IT investment decisions, and they are making them. Unauthorized systems are being granted amnesty and are receiving the operations and maintenance funding they need. The new CIO, Joanne has moved on to a more prominent position, feels that XYZ's process is giving her the visibility and insight she needs to lead the IT organization in the right direction. And the agency leadership is very happy with the CIO's success in delivering IT power to the agency's most important programs. Behind many past performance projects is an engaging, untold story about an executive with an urgent mission, her business goals, the challenges she faced, her triumphs, and the lessons learned. The challenge for contractors is to uncover the real stories underlying their projects, stories that probably started before the contractor got involved, and develop narratives that will engage government executives because they address real challenges that they face. Developing these stories requires someone with strong narrative development capabilities who can grasp your business, tease out problem-solution insights to offer your customers, and develop a compelling story about the value you deliver. These stories will facilitate your conversations with government executives and cause them to reveal their true hot buttons more readily. Developing stories like these is one strategy of the Win Rate Breakthrough Coaching Program, which helps companies reach their full potential. Participating companies become powerful revenue-generating machines whose offerings are highly sought by customers. To join the Win Rate Breakthrough Program and receive weekly email updates about advanced business development strategies, go to winratebreakthrough.com.